My name is Michael and I'm a 14-year-old boy who lives with my aunt in the countryside. Now out here we have no neighbors. The closest place to my house is about 8 miles away. I always loved living out here because I've always liked the seclusion, and the road we live by is always dead at night, which makes for good sleep. Now my aunt is always working the night shift, so this means I would be home alone pretty much every night. Long story short, I came home from school on a relatively crappy day. Thunderstorms and rain all day and all night, and spent my day playing video games and Snapchatting my friends. At about 9 o'clock my aunt came upstairs and told me she was heading off to her job. I was always fine with this because I liked being home alone. I had full range of the house and could play loud music, all I wanted. Who wouldn't love it? At about 11 o'clock I had started feeling tired and laid down to watch some YouTube and go to sleep. And soon enough, I did. I woke up at some odd hour of the night to somebody knocking on the door. I sat up and muttered, "What the hell?" I thought my aunt had got home from the night shift and reluctantly went to go answer the door and out of habit checked the window beside the door to make sure it was her. But there was nobody there. I thought to myself, probably some stupid kids knocking on my door and running away. And I dismissed it at that and went back into my room. I checked my phone to realize it was 3 a.m. and the thought of teenagers ding-dong ditching my home was suddenly out of the question given that it was a Wednesday, and I basically lived in the middle of nowhere. Just as I was thinking, I heard a bang coming from the basement. I jumped and tried to make up an excuse like a noise of the thunderstorm to calm me down. We always kept our basement door locked anyway out of my aunt's paranoia and fear of someone breaking in. That's when I heard footsteps slowly creaking up the old wooden stairs in my basement. Frozen with fear, I grabbed my phone and called 911. The operator told me to go to an upstairs room in the house and grab a weapon to defend myself. But there was no way I was going to grab a knife from the kitchen, especially when I heard the door being slammed, and quickly realized that someone was trying to bust it down. I jumped from my bed and closed my door quietly and hid in my closet like the 911 operator had told me to do. This was easily the scariest moment of my life, but suddenly, the banging stopped. But what comes next will haunt me for my whole life. Whoever it was screamed at the top of their lungs. But it wasn't a normal scream, it was an insane and disgruntled scream. And then I heard the basement door collapse. Now he was full out screaming as he sprinted up the stairs. He went through all the rooms down the upstairs hallway, still screaming, until he reached mine. My door, unfortunately, didn't have a lock on it, and when I heard him open my door, I was paralyzed with fear. I could see him through the shades of my closet. He was still screaming, looking all over my room, even under my bed. But then after trying to hold my breath for too long, I let out a puff of air. He perked up, looked straight at my closet, and slowly walked towards it, no longer screaming. I couldn't even breathe at the moment, especially when he just stopped right in front of the closet door. I could see him through the closet, and he had the biggest smile I had ever seen. As soon as he slowly reached for the closet door knob, there was a loud bang at the door, and somebody yelling, "Police!" The man quickly ran and tried to run out my window but failed. As soon as I saw the police tackle him, I instantly ran out of the closet and outside, now realizing that was a stupid move on my part. After a couple of minutes I saw the police bring the man out in cuffs, but on the way to the car, he stared at me with the biggest smile and the craziest eyes I had ever seen. Watching him ride away with the police was the greatest moment of my life. But what still haunts me today is the face he made as he was standing in front of my closet door, ready to do something horrible.